This is the last level that you are going to add to solving multi-step equations. Okay, we have been able to solve by combining like terms on either side of the equal sign. We've been able to solve by moving terms from left to right or right to left. Now we're going to use distribution and combining like terms. So let's jump in. All right, let's go up to our list. Get rid of the parentheses, which means we need to do the math. So remember distribution. So we end up with 4 times v, which is 4v, plus 4 times 4, which is 16, plus 4v equals negative 32. Step number 1. I'll check it off. Boop. Okay, now we have to combine like terms. So look at the left side of the equation. We want to combine any terms that are the same. Here, we want to combine the 4 v's because they are the same. Let's make them one term. This becomes 8v plus 16, because we still have the 16 over there, equals negative 32. Check that step off. Do we need to move the variable to put it on one side? We do not, but we can check off the step because our variable is already alone on the left. Last step, isolate the variable. So move the 16 mathematically by doing the opposite. That gives me 8v equals negative 48. Divide both sides by whatever's in front of the v. And v equals negative 6. That wasn't so bad. All right, let's do another one. So here we go. Draw the T. So we have to do our distribution. Negative 32 equals 2y plus 7 times y is 7y, and 7 times 7 is 49. Combine these like terms. Because 2y and 7y can be combined, you have negative 32 equals 9y plus 49. Now we're going to, let me check off. We got rid of the parentheses. We combine like terms. Do we need to move the variable? We don't, but we'll check off the step anyway. Now we're going to isolate the variable. Subtract 49 from both sides, and you get negative 81 equals 9y. I'm going to check off that step. I have to go back and check off the first step because I forgot to do that. Divide both sides by 9 because that's what's in front of the y, and negative 9 equals y. So we're going through the steps. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to have variables on both sides. So draw my T. That's a really bad T. Draw my arrows so I know what I'm distributing. I have negative 5x plus 3 equals 9 times x plus 9 times 5, 45. So I took care of the parentheses. Are there any like terms I can combine? No, there are not, because on the left side of the equation I have negative 5x and I have a 3. I cannot put those together, cannot simplify it anymore. On the right side of the equation I have a 9x and a 45. I cannot simplify that anymore. So there is nothing to combine. I'm going to check off the step because I looked. Now we're going to get the variable on one side. Okay? I feel like moving the 9x. You don't have to do that this way. You can go the other way. Negative 14x plus 3 equals 45. So I got the variable on one side. Now I'm going to isolate the variable, which means going to erase my mark because I was wrong. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. Negative 14x equals 42. Divide both sides by negative 14. And x equals negative 3. I've done all the steps. All right, last equation. We've got variables on both sides. We've got parentheses. We can do this. It looks like a lot, but when you do every little bit, all of a sudden you're done with the problem. So don't try to just do it all at once. Do it step by step. 6 times w is 6w. 6 times 9 is 54. All right. Get the variable on one side or the other? Sure. I'll move my 2w. 4w minus 54 equals negative 42. Oh, let me check off my steps. Did the parentheses. There was nothing I had to combine. I got the variable to one side. Now I'm going to isolate. For w equals 12. Check off isolate. Divide everything by 4. W equals 3. All right, that's it. These are not complicated. Don't look at the problem and go, oh, it's so much. No. Look at the problem and start doing a step and a step and a step. When you do it like that, it is not overwhelming.